What's up, everybody? I'm back with another tool deals video. We have a bunch of deals today. Let's start off here at Amazon. We have again this Metabo HPT 36 volt reciprocating saw. This is hands down again, folks, the best reciprocating saw out there. It has a rafter hook, which is very good. It has different modes, which I don't see very often on reciprocating saws. It has an orbital function, has a removable and pivoting shoe, anti-vibration, 36 volts. So that means this can run off of battery as well as AC if you have the adapter. And speaking of batteries, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is normally, used to be $229. They dropped the price down to $179, but $92.79, and this is shipped and sold by Amazon. So you can price match with Lowe's if you want, or you could just buy it from Amazon, but $92.79 is a smoking rockin' deal. Speaking of batteries, Metabo HPT now has a tabless battery. Did you guys see that router though? My lord. And the circular saw. So it's waking up these old Metabo HPT tools. We're going to have to retest all of them against your big boys again. $199. No one has it. No one's talking about it. I guess I'm going to have to be the guinea pig, but I just want to show you, which is going to make this thing dog everything else even more. Speaking of that router, it's $156 also on sale here at Amazon. Also an incredible price. Is normally $249. And now look, the Metabo HPT was actually the first people to make a cordless plunge router. So this thing is old. It's from like 2019, 2020, but you saw that power? It's still relevant. Again, it has a lifetime warranty, which one reason I like it. And again, it's 36 volts, so it can run off of battery and it can run off AC if you have the adapter. Love, love, love these Metabo HPT tools. Moving on to Home Depot, we have this Ryobi Whisper stick vacuum. Now I have the older version that's not Whisper, and that one's not particularly loud. I would say, but this is a kit, comes with the accessories. Then it also finally comes with this charging dock that'll charge your batteries, but you get a 4 amp hour high output battery. And this is on a BOGO, so you can don't get the little stupid things at $17, $24. Either get this battery to lower the price to BOGO it, or you can get this hand vacuum. That could be helpful too. I kind of like that, but we're gonna go ahead and add this battery and then add them both to cart to see what this kit breaks down to be. So this kit breaks down to be $300.50 even. I personally think we could wait for a better deal, but that's not bad. If you need it today for something brand new, that's not bad. Moving on, we have some more Ryobi deals with their mowers. So we have this mower here. It is a 40 volt, 20 inch, and it's self-propelled with a 6 amp hour battery and a charger. It's on sale for $349. Now, in contrast, this one's exactly the same, but it's push. It's not self-propelled for $329, so that doesn't make any sense to get. You want to definitely get the one for $349. Now, if we move on here, we have a BOGO. So this is $499, and this is also a 20 inch, but it comes with an 8 amp hour battery and it's self-propelled. So in essence, it's the same lawnmower as that, but you're getting the bigger battery and the bigger charger, and it's on a BOGO. And that BOGO, it comes with an additional 6 amp hour battery. Now, if we go back to the cart, because I've already laid this stuff out, we'll see that once you add them in the cart, the lawnmower itself becomes $356.73. So you could just simply return that 6 amp hour battery because you don't really need it. But Depending on how big a yard is, it might be a good idea to have two, so you might want to consider it. But this will be $356, just a few dollars more than this one right here. So to me, I think it'd be worth the extra hoops to get the 8 amp hour battery and the bigger charger. Before we move on to this deal, I just want to remind you that all of the items here are going to be clickable in the lower left hand corner. There are chapters for you guys to skip around, and if you're getting any value from this, hit that like button and consider subscribing so you don't miss any deals in the future. Thank you very much. Moving on, we have this deal here. So this is a DeWALT 9 amp hour flex volt battery, one of their best batteries. I mean, now it's the tablets, the 8 amp hour tablets, but before that, this was the next best thing. Now, this is also in a BOGO, and you can choose between this chainsaw for $349. You could choose between the string trimmer or the blower for $299. So we're going to look at the chainsaw right now because I have a tree to cut down. So that's $349. And when we go back here to the cart, we'll see that that breaks down to be $210.73 after you've added the 9 amp hour flex volt battery. Now here's the thing. These are kits that come with this battery. So this kit comes with a 2 amp hour battery from the chainsaw. I think the trimmer comes with a 4 amp hour battery, and the blower also comes with a 4 amp hour battery. So make sure you guys pay attention to that. These are all kits. That's why they're so expensive. Plus you get the 9 amp hour battery. So you don't necessarily have to keep that 9 amp hour battery, but if you want the peak performance out of the tool, you might want to keep that battery. Moving on, we have this DeWALT Atomic 4.5-inch circular saw. I've talked about this thing before. Very, very nifty tool. And with the right battery, this thing is super powerful. Great thing to keep in the back of the truck when you need to cut down some lumber or something to fit inside of your trailer or fit inside your truck bed. This is what you want. This is $169, and it's also on a BOGO. The BOGO is you add a 6 amp hour XR battery. Now look, the 6 amp hour batteries are really, really good. They're not the 5 amp hours, where the 5 amp hours are weaker than these for some odd reason. So you might want to consider keeping all this for $169. I mean, the battery itself costs more than a tool. So $169, you get that 6 amp hour battery and the circular saw. But if you already have batteries on deck and you didn't want to keep that and you wanted to hack this, let me just show you what the circular saw comes out to be. $82.07. That's the cheapest I've ever seen it. Great, great tool for the money. Also, speaking of great tools for the money, you guys saw I did this review, this comparison between this, the Ryobi, the Milwaukee, some other ones too. This is a great deal for $139. It was a great price for $169. I was surprised it's so cheap because everybody else is like $2 something. The Milwaukee is like $279. So here you are, $139 for this 8-inch pruning chainsaw. Now, for people very, very experienced with chainsaws, you might not like this guard on here because you can't remove it. So that is the only drawback to this. But for the average person, this is going to be helpful. Now, what this guard does is help prevent you from ruining the chainsaw, or at least the chain itself, by touching the ground or having this kickback on you. So this will go like on the other side of the branch. That way it'll give you some leverage, and then this will hit the ground before the chain does. So very good tool there, very smooth. $139. I like it. Get a good battery, it'll be even more powerful. Then we also have, speaking of good batteries, this 2-pack of 4 amp hour slim batteries with the 21700 cells. With those cells, that means these are going to offer more power than your average 4 amp hour battery, or even the 5 amp hour battery that DeWALT usually includes with kits. $99 for these two. Good deal there. We also have this Milwaukee 13-in-1 multi-tip screwdriver for $12.97, and they do have a buy more save more, but it is not that great. I mean, it's just 10% off if you buy 5 of these items, just any of these. So you can go through that, but for 10%, I don't really think that that's worth that. Moving on over to Lowe's, we do have a few deals here. So we have a buy two get one free via rebate. So you'll get probably a Visa gift card or something like that to compensate you for your BOGO here. So if you buy 2 1-gallon or 5-gallon pails of exterior paint or stain, you'll get one free. So I'll just leave a link directly to this page so you can go through and pick what you like. Then we also have 5 for 10 on mulch, $2 a bag. And while you're shopping for your mulch and your stains, don't forget about your Rakuten. You see it up here pulsating. Rakuten's a free cashback extension. And if you use the link in the description to sign up, you get a bonus $30 when you spend $30. You have to spend $30 over the span of 60 days, and you'll get a bonus $30 cashback on top of all your purchases, 1% there. And if you've already done that, 2% with the Retail Me Not. Moving on over back to Acme Tools, we also have this flex deal. So you get their top of the line drill. This is not a hammer drill though, just a regular drill. And then you also get their top of the line impact driver with a 5 amp hour battery and a 2.5 amp hour battery. A charge in the bag for $249. This kit is normally $349, so big savings there. And also you do have your Retail Me Not over here at Acme Tools. You also have Rakuten as well. I don't know why it's looking silent, it's not pulsating. And finally, I want to talk to you about the Lowe's member deal. So I've been telling you guys you should sign up for it just to keep track of your receipts, but you do get my Lowe's money. I've been using mine like crazy. And it's a little diabolical too though, because they expire real fast. So right now you see I have $10 here in my wallet, and basically that's just what it is. It's cash back. So when you go in here to buy stuff, they'll give you points and you can redeem them for cash and take them off of your next purchase. So, and it's unlimited. If you had $100 here, they'll give you $100 off. So there you have that, and that is it for today's video. Hopefully it was helpful. If you got any value from it, hit that like button again, subscribe so you don't miss any deals in the future, share this with your brethren, and I will see you guys next time.